Welcome to Creamer Media's Mining Weekly. I'm Natasha Ordendahl. With me in studio is Marcus Winchman from Prism, here to talk about implementing a fatigue management system at Kumba Iron Ore's Kolomela mine. Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Okay, you are implementing a fatigue management system at the Kolomela mine. Please tell me what that entails.
So actually, the name of our company is Prism.
Yes.
And actually that's an acronym for Predictive Risk Intelligent Safety Module. And what we've done is develop a system that is able to take a person's clock in and clock out data and over a 14-day period, and then we can actually model their internal biological clock and their circadian rhythms, which actually drives the fatigue level that they have when they show up to work. So using the system, we can continually monitor a person's fatigue level based on how many days they've worked, how many hours they've worked, and including how many days off they've had to recover their fatigue level. So Kumba asked us very urgently, right, to be able to put this system in place at Kolomela as the pilot. We have a group of about 100 people that they've selected to do this pilot on, and we'll be evaluating, you know, the ability in the system to monitor their fatigue level on a day-by-day basis. And then in addition, it's connected to a communication system. So we can send SMS or email to the management to let them know if somebody comes in at a risk fatigue level. In addition to, we also notify the employee as well. So once they're identified, then we also offer countermeasures. We offer things like energy drinks, caffeine is a solution, washing their hands and face in cold water, even something as simple as chewing gum will help them keep their alertness up even after they've been identified in a fatigue level.
Okay, what are the challenges involved in implementing this system?
Well, as with any safety type system, there's always some resistance. One of the nice things though about Kolomela, it is a greenfield, and they want to have the system in place from day one, so it's embedded in the culture from day one. Trying to implement things as radical, let's say, as fatigue management in an existing system, there's always some resistance to doing the changes. But we, with Kolomela, they actually do want to get this into the culture as one of the safety things that they're doing. So that's going to be, you know, helpful for us. Some of the challenges, though, unique to South Africa for us, though, is the workforce here is diverse education levels. So one of the things we're finding is that we have to use multiple language, and even to accommodate some of the literacy issues here, we're probably going to have to design it in pictograms or something like that, so that people are able to use the system effectively without having, you know, to be burdened by having a certain education level or something like that. Some of the other factors that are impacting that we've learned about in South Africa uniquely is that depending on what part of the country you're in, there's nutrition issues, the whole HIV situation where you have some people on medication can also impact how, you know, their level of fatigue as they come in. So we are incorporating some of those factors into our Prism system so that we can give a more accurate reading for those people's individual fatigue level when they come into the work.
Okay, what would you say the main benefits are for the workers as well as the mine?
In the first place, this is the first system that actually, I think, has been able to quantify fatigue. Previously, fatigue has been kind of this kind of shadowy kind of concept thing, and you didn't know when it was there or not there. With this system now, we'll be able to actually measure and give people a number. Once you start measuring something, now you can start doing something about it. So now that people can be aware of what their fatigue status is, they can now actually change their behaviors or do things like the countermeasures on the job to keep the alertness up and keep themselves as well as their co-workers safer. The other advantage of this is the management then also has a much better idea now who is able to do things like work overtime as opposed to just being driven by the employee. Now you have a scoring system to say, here's a person that's not as fatigued as this person, and he can make better selections about who's going to work overtime and, again, do the job more effectively, obviously because he's not so fatigued. We're hoping that people also carry this home. One of the services we offer is that we help people adjust their at-home schedule. We help them determine when they need to sleep based on when their shift is going to start or when they're changing their shifts. So we look at their sleeping patterns, when they can sleep, eating patterns. Diet plays a big role in how well you can manage your alertness, even if you're in a fatigue state. So we look at diet, we look at their sleeping patterns, and even exercise to some degree. We give them best times to exercise and keep their alertness up. So we're hoping as they become more aware of their scores and their fatigue levels, they'll take some of this information home, and it should actually improve their quality of life at home, as well as improve the environment that they're working in, keeping it safer, and overall the health of the employee will improve.
Okay, perfect, thank you. That was Marcus Winkman from Prism discussing fatigue management at Kumba's Kolomela mine.